straight up on this opening day 2023 live look outside with our ABC6 Sky Cam as the sun comes up on this Thursday morning. We'll get a full check of that forecast from Skylar in just a little bit. Some top stories, though, that you will see here this morning. Hope springs eternal on Jersey Street. Major League Baseball opening day. Our man Yanni Trigelis live at Fenway this morning with the Sox expectations and more on those big rule changes in store for 2023.
Plus, meet the coaches. Providence College introduces its new basketball bench bosses. Our sports director, Nick Coit, goes one-on-one with both.
And an update this morning on that deadly fire in New Bedford with 2 people now confirmed dead. The latest on that investigation as firefighters now look for a cause. So good morning to you. Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning. I'm Casey Cans.
And I'm Carolyn Ezek. Happy Thursday, happy opening day, happy spring, but our meteorologist, Skylar Spindler, she's going to tell you why it doesn't feel like spring today.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, that cold front came through and oof, it was chilly. So winds will start to die down eventually as we get into the evening hours. But if you're heading out to Fenway today, first pitch will be 39 degrees. We will have some sunshine, so that's some good news. But by 7th inning, 41 degrees. So it'll be breezy and chilly through the entire game. So if you are planning to go out there this afternoon, just make sure that you dress in layers because, of course, as we know, depending on where you sit at, depends on how cold it's really going to feel. All right, so weather headlines. Yes, today is happy opening day. This is an exciting day. Today will be cool and breezy, but we do have rain that will start to move in tomorrow night. So our big picture set up that cold front moved through just a couple of hours ago. And now that's making way for a high pressure system to keep us clear and dry for today. And there's the satellite and radar just showing how quickly it moved through. We picked up just a little bit of rain, not very much, but just some sprinkles. And right now it's 30 degrees in Providence with the winds out of the northwest at 12 miles an hour. So it's starting to die down a little bit. Those temperatures around the area, we're looking at 31 degrees in New Bedford, 32 in Block Island, 31 in Westerly, 30 degrees in Smithfield. So if you're planning, you're heading out the door about 11 o'clock this morning, it'll be 37 degrees. We kind of stay in those 30s till the afternoon. We finally start to warm up after 2 o'clock. We'll finally get into the 40s. We top out at about 42 degrees mid-afternoon, but only for about an hour. So those winds will be sticking around through the afternoon, and then they start to die off tonight. So futurecast, we do have some rain that's going to be moving through on Friday evening. It's mostly going to be scattered as we move into the evening hours, and the heaviest will be rolling in Saturday morning, but I'm having more details on that forecast here in just a moment.
Yeah, happy opening day. Opening day is here, and although the weather may not exactly feel like it today, baseball season has finally arrived.
The Red Sox getting set for first pitch this afternoon and hoping to bounce back from a tough 2022 campaign with some new faces. Good morning, Providence reporter Yanni Trigelis joins us live from Fenway Park to get us ready for first pitch. Yanni.
Hey, good morning, Carolyn and Casey. Well, yeah, a chilly start to this morning with the Red Sox hoping that they will get off to a hot start for the season. First pitch, 2:10 this afternoon against the Orioles. And with that early start, of course, us in the morning, we have to be up early, so kind of works out for us. Taking a look at tickets here on StubHub, you can find them for as cheap as about $20 for grandstand and bleachers. So I might be purchasing a ticket and getting into Fenway this afternoon after we wrap up with our shifts. But still pretty quiet here around Fenway Park. Fans, we are expecting them to start showing up a little bit later on this afternoon. Excited for the season ahead and hopeful to bring another World Series back to Boston. But it's going to be a different Red Sox team this year on the field, not just with the players that are on it, but also with some of the new rules that have been implemented for the season. The biggest and the most widely discussed over spring training, the pitch clock. And in a sit down with Good Morning America, Commissioner Rob Manfred said the clock is going to keep fans more engaged throughout the season.
It's still a game with no clock in the sense that the end of the game isn't determined by any timing. The game ends naturally, just like it always has, and I see the pitch timer as sort of a small change to move things along. Nothing stays in exactly the same form, and the fact of the matter is the game had evolved naturally, it had changed dramatically, and it got to the point where it was important to intervene and make sure that we were putting the best product on the field.
And yeah, a lot of new faces this year for the Red Sox, as well as the three biggest. Justin Turner coming to Boston from the LA Dodgers, Masataka Yoshida coming from Japan, and Corey Kluber, the man getting the nod on the mound today for opening day. Two-time Cy Young Award winner, going to be on the hill today. 2-10 against the Orioles. Again, going to be a chilly start to the season, so if you are coming to Fenway, be sure to be bundled up. We're live at Fenway Park. Yanni Tregellis, ABC 6 News.
All right, Yanni, thank you for that this morning. It is 6:05 right now, an ABC 6 News update. And a second victim recovered from the rubble left behind in New Bedford. This after that fire tore through an apartment building Tuesday. And now the work of investigating its cause continues.
ABC 6 News reporter Natalie Norrie has the latest information from firefighters.
Tuesday's fire in New Bedford claimed the lives of two people, one identified as 59-year-old Manuel Morera. 5 others were injured, one is in critical condition. It also burned at least 20 residents out of their homes.
Today, fire controlled this entire building by the time we arrived here. It really had a significant headway.
The 32-unit rooming house did not have a sprinkler system.
So the fire alarm system was working the way it was supposed to. Anytime you can have a sprinkler system, it's always better than not having one.
With so many units in a 4-story building, firefighters faced a real challenge finding everyone. Although for the first time in New Bedford, firefighters used drones, the chief calling them a big help.
And this is really the first time we've actually used them at this fire, and it's great. It's great for damage assessment, cause and origin, search and rescue, fire extension.
According to Chief Kruger, 20 firefighters were in the building searching for people. When conditions got bad, the firefighters were forced to get out, knowing there were still some tenants unaccounted for.
But yeah, it's been a long 2 days for the New Bedford Fire Department. A lot of the guys that were here yesterday for the fire that were involved in the search yesterday looking for these victims were here this afternoon. There was some sense of closure for them. They really risked their lives to try and find this victim.
All right, Natalie, thank you for that. As we look live outside again right now, the sunrise coming up on this Thursday morning. Time for another check of that forecast. Skylar Spindler with us. Good morning again, Skylar.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. Let's look at the temperatures right now. A little chilly outside with that cold front move through in the overnight hours. We're sitting in the 30s this morning, so it's 30 degrees in Providence, 31 in New Bedford, and up in Boston, it's 33 right now. All right, so let's look at, if you're heading out to opening day, you're going to be in Boston this afternoon. By the time we get to 9 a.m., it'll be 33 degrees. We don't warm up a whole lot. So just before first pitch, you see 38 degrees. And by the time we move into later on in the afternoon, we get back down to 38 degrees. So you're only going to see that 40-degree mark just right there at the 7th inning. And then if you're staying for the evening, it does get a little bit cooler as you head into the overnight hours. Those wind chills. So this is where it's really important because right now in Boston, it feels like it's 19 degrees because these winds have been kicking up out of the northwest, about 10 to 20 miles an hour. So it's going to feel chilly today. So as we get into the afternoon, you see it really doesn't feel much better. So make sure you layer up today, especially if you're going to be outdoors for an extended period of time. Just those winds will be cutting through you. All right, so if you're heading off to the bus stop this morning, 31 degrees, it'll be, the clouds are going to be better. We're going to be clearing up, and so we'll see more sunshine through the day. So mostly sunny. We'll be 41 degrees around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Those futurecast winds, so you can see here, they're just out of the northwest. We'll be seeing some heavier ones up to 20 miles an hour, mostly along the Cape area. So most of us 10 to 20 miles an hour. And you can kind of see at opening pitch, it's showing Boston at 17 miles an hour for those wind speeds. So again, if you're heading up into that area, a little bit chillier with those wind chills and those winds just cutting through you. But I'll have more details on the rain that's moving in tomorrow night here in just a moment.
All right, appreciate that, Skylar. Thank you. Let's take a look at the roads, see how traffic's moving out there on Thurbers Avenue this morning. Not too bad, picking up just a little bit. Other travel times for you, Route 114 north to White Church to 195, a 9-minute commute. Pretty much the same story, 95 north, Route 4 to Thurbers, 10 minutes. And over on Route 1 northbound Kingstown Road to the Route 4 split, a 7-minute commute there. Moving now to political news, Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee announcing the dates for the special election that will determine who will replace outgoing Congressman David Cicilline. The primary will be held on Tuesday, September 5th. That's the day after Labor Day. The general election will then take place Tuesday, November 7th. The 1st District congressional seat, of course, opened up after Congressman Cicilline announced he was leaving politics to take over as the leader of the Rhode Island Foundation. A number of Democrats have already entered the race. Interested candidates have until June 30th to declare their candidacy. 10 minutes after 6.
And still to come on Good Morning Providence, opening day means it's time for spring cleaning, and there are often some spots that are overlooked that really shouldn't be missed. The tips to make your home sparkling clean.
Plus, hear from the 2 new head basketball coaches at PC about their vision and mentality. We're going to hear from them both coming up when Good Morning Providence continues after this.
Guys, are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we now have a major medical breakthrough. Our wave technology is clinically shown to open up and repair blood vessels, treating the root cause problem of ED. No pills and no side effects. If you are ready to regain your love life, call us now and you'll get the ultrasound and assessment totally free. Also, a gift that can produce rapid results. You're gonna love that. And today, Thursday only, tune-up treatments are included. This means that if you notice results fading in the future, we will retreat you free of charge, and that's good for calls today, Thursday only. Guys, it's time to get your love life back.
Put a stop to your ED. Call today, Thursday, March 30th, and you'll qualify for the exam, assessment, ultrasound, and special gift free, plus 5 tune-up treatments at no charge. This $800 value is free to those who call today only, Thursday, March 30th. Call Green Valley Medical Clinic at 401-414-9999. This offer ends today.
Lowe's knows the first step to motivation
is inspiration.
So we've got new everything. New flooring, new paint, new patio sets, new pillows. I can keep going if you want me to. You got this, and we got you.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile. The way it makes you look and feel. The way a smile lights up a room. So people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Sick.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, you could save up to $1,400 with affordable 3.99% financing on a luxurious Highlander. And every Highlander comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, hey, buddy, let's eat naturally. Natural recipes, great taste is guaranteed.
Natural recipes. Beneful. Eat happy. Try new Incredibites. Just for small dogs.
Welcome back. It's 6:13 and it is time for spring cleaning. And as you check this off your to-do list this year, Casey, you have to, okay? You may want to add these often missed spots to your ritual.
Here's ABC's Alexis Christoforous with more.
Planning to start fresh this spring with a clean house? Perry Santanato at Consumer Reports shares some tips to make sure you leave no dust bunny unturned, starting with the couch you use every day.
Moving the sofa out from the wall, vacuuming the carpet, the flooring, and using special attachments on your vacuum to get into the sofa's crevices.
The ceiling fan is another area for dust to collect, so don't forget to wipe down the blades.
One hack that we love is just using an old pillowcase and slinging it over each of those blades and just wiping it off. That way that dust doesn't fall on the floor or all over you, and it's just contained in that little sack that you can wash.
Don't neglect the laundry room. We all know to clean the lint trap on the dryer after each load. Lint is a fire hazard, but once in a while you should do a deep clean too.
That usually involves like getting some kind of lint trap cleaning kit, which is like a long hose that attaches to your vacuum, and it can get all the way in there and suck all that stuff out.
After the lint trap, disconnect your dryer from the power source, slide the dryer out from the wall, and vacuum the duct too. And as you're scrubbing down the bathroom, look up. Is your shower head clogged with scaly mineral deposits? You can descale it by filling a plastic bag with vinegar and attaching it to the shower head.
Use a twist tie or a rubber band to attach it to the shower head and just tie it so it's submerged, and leave it there for a few hours and then remove the bag. Turn the shower head on, rinse it out, and you're good to go.
And do not skip the toothbrush holder.
The toothbrush holder is basically a dark and damp space, which is a breeding ground for mildew and mold and God knows what other bacteria and germs.
If it's dishwasher safe, pop it in with a load of dishes or hand wash it with hot soapy water. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
Whew, that's a lot for my checklist. That's a lot.
You have a lot to do.
Well, we all do, apparently. Jeez. Live look outside this morning. Really beautiful shot here. It's chilly start to this opening day, though. Ms. Skylar Spindler, good morning again to you.
Morning sun starting to come up. Probably our coldest point of the day. We warm up, not a whole lot. It's going to be a slow go through the day as these winds are really just going to be sticking with us through much of the day. So we saw that cold front move through, mostly just bringing a little bit of light rain to the area. Water vapor setup. So we're looking at this so we can kind of see right over us. We're starting to get a little bit of clearing. So we have a high pressure system in place that's going to move all that extra water vapor out of the atmosphere out of our way. We have this high pressure system setting up, and it's going to be very dry for today. So there's that front that moved through in the overnight hours just a couple of hours ago. And as we start to get through the day, again, the high pressure system just out to the west of us. And that's just going to keep us clear for the day until the next system starts to move in. But what we do get out of this is some gusty winds through the afternoon. Most of us will be about 10 miles an hour, 10 to 20 miles an hour, getting heavier along the Cape. This will be with us through the mid-afternoon, evening time, but it does die off later on tonight. So that does finally move on out. But we do see just some gustier winds along the Cape. So keep that in mind if you are along the coastal area. So here's what we're going to be watching moving in on Friday. So we have the increasing clouds through the day. By the evening hours, we do have the rain that's going to start to move in. It's going to be more scattered. This is a bit of a bigger resolution, so it looks like everyone's getting rain. But it's going to be more scattered as we get into the evening hours. So if you have plans for tomorrow night and you're going out, just carry the umbrella with you because those rain is going to be intermittent through the evening hours. We get a break overnight, and then we got some more scattered showers that's going to start to move back in early in the morning. The heaviest coming in after, say, 8, 9 a.m. and sticking with us till about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then again, that tapers off and moves out, and you'll have a better evening. But again, we can't rule out any isolated showers through the afternoon, later in the afternoon. So just keep the umbrella handy just in case if you're heading out. Average for this time of year, 52 degrees. We are not getting to that today. We're only going to get into the 40s, so we're about 10 degrees below average. But the record was set in 1998 for 79 degrees. Newport looking at 31 degrees this morning, a little bit heavier winds there, northwest 20 miles an hour right now. And then looking at the temperatures just around the area, most of us sitting in those 30s this morning, 31 degrees in Westerly and 38 degrees in Nantucket. So if you're heading out the door, 32 degrees at 9 a.m. Those winds are just going to stay with us out of the northwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour for the day. It's a slow go to warm up. We finally do hit 40s like after 2 p.m. We only hit 42 for about an hour midday, and then we start to taper back off into the evening hours. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, we have the rain moving in. We do get up to 50. The southerly winds return. So that's going to help aid in that moisture to give us the rain in the evening. Then by Saturday, we have the AM rain showers. That moves off. We're left with some breezy conditions. But look at the temperature for Saturday, 60 degrees. So that's exciting. So maybe a game on Saturday. Just make sure you have the umbrella handy with the winds out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Sunday, not as good, a little bit cooler. Cold front moves in, only getting into the 40s, the mid to upper 40s on Sunday. So again, heading to maybe a Sunday game. I might want to check the weather because it might be a little cooler that day with the northwest winds, 10 to 20 miles an hour. So back into the 50s by Monday.
I mean, all things considered, though, that's still not a bad 7-day end of...
We still like seeing 60s on the 7-day, so that's a plus.
You look at those last 2 days on that forecast, and they're the 60s.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't this a transition season anyways?
Yes.
Moving into spring. So
Kind of in the swing, shifty season.
I'm all right with it. It's not a bad 7-day.
It's something to look forward to the beginning of the week.
Yeah. Hey, happy opening day.
Yes.
Go Sox. All right. Thank you, Skylar. Appreciate that. More to come still this morning. ABC 6 Sports Director Nick Coit goes one-on-one with both of Providence College's new head basketball coaches as they get to work recruiting the next generation of Friars. Stay tuned for that.
For too long, the government turned its back on the victims of Camp Lejeune's toxic water. But today is a new day. Now you have a fierce local advocate on your side, one with a reputation for respect, compassion, and pushing back against the powerful. At the Batara Law Firm, we're known throughout Rhode Island and Massachusetts for our legendary client service and for supporting our military heroes. If you have a Camp Lejeune claim, call the Batara Law Firm, 777-7777.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters.
Reggie Miller wanted to give away a Dave single for $1 every time there's a buzzer beater. Oh.
Just keeping you on your toes.
Even though we were gonna do a deal anyway.
Reggie or not, you can get a $1 Dave single in the Wendy's app.
Where's the beef?
We asked women to put our new antiperspirant to the test.
Let's go, Dove. It dries instantly.
And it's dry already.
Do you see anything? I don't.
New Dove Ultimate Dry Spray with 72-hour protection.
72-hour protection? They weren't joking.
No more stick deodorant. Dove Ultimate Dry Spray is for me.
Dude.
Upgrade to new Dove Ultimate Dry Spray. 8 out of 10 women say they'd switch.
At Cape Cod Cupola, we're dedicated to enhancing the appearance of your property.
Since 1939, our family-owned and operated small business has been creating unique handcrafted AZEK or wood cupolas, as well as copper weather vanes and fittings. We're proud to say all our products are made right here in the good old USA.
Call us at 508-994-2119
or visit us at 78 State Road in North Dodge.
For more information, visit our website, capecodcupola.com.
Get your first look at today's top local stories.
They tell them if they leave, they're going to lose their spot.
Major concerns.
Taking you live to breaking news.
An incredibly emotional afternoon.
As it's developing. Watch ABC 6 News First at 4 coming up immediately after Hot Bench.
Welcome back. An exciting time for the PC Friars, ushering in a new era at Providence College, formally introducing their new basketball coaches yesterday. ABC 6 Sports Director Nick Coit was there for the media briefing at Mulaney Gym Wednesday, and after all the fanfare, he spoke one-on-one with the new men's coach, Kim English.
Just wanted to ask you what this day's been like, finally getting here. You've been the coach for 6 days, but obviously formally introduced today. How exciting is this?
Yeah, no, it's great. You know, I've never been like big on press conferences. I want to get to the court. I want to get, with the guys. This has kind of just been like a box you check. But this was great. To see the support, see the excitement of all of Friartown here was spectacular. And it just gets my juices flowing even more for our first game at the end.
To see some of the current players in the front row watching this press conference today, how much does that mean to you? Obviously, you've been talking with them and sort of telling them, okay, this is where we want to go as a program.
Yeah, no, I love those guys already, and that's not a stretch. I've got to know them pretty good since Thursday, and we continue to. So to have them here, the guys that weren't in class, means a lot. And we're building a great relationship, and I'm really excited to continue to.
Mindset is the word we've been hearing the past 6 days, ever since you've been named the coach. What does mindset mean to you? Why is that the mantra here going forward?
It's a challenge. It's a big, big, big challenge to our guys to, in everything you do, have not a good mindset, an elite mindset. And it's a great reminder for us in games when things go wrong. Mindset. You get a bad call from a referee and you want mindset. Going into games, responding after a loss. What's your work ethic like after you don't play? Mindset. How do you handle success? Sometimes I get to complaining with referees, and our players will come to me and say, mindset. It's a big, big part of our program.
Congratulations. Appreciate your time, and good luck here going forward, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Wednesday was also introduction day for Erin Bath as the new women's coach at PC. Bath coming to Providence after 17 years as an assistant coach in D1, most recently at Michigan. Nick spoke with her after the big press conference Wednesday as she takes on her first head coaching job.
What's it like to finally be formally introduced as the new women's basketball coach?
I am overwhelmed with joy. Amazing. I really was quite nervous, but I'm telling you, Steve Knapp and Jill and all them, they're like family. So everyone's patting me on the back. You got this, Coach Erin. So it's been amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm just so happy I can't believe this has happened.
You've had a long career leading up to this point to get a head coaching job. When you think back on the journey, I mean, how much does it make this day, fulfilling for you?
Oh, it's absolutely everything. And it really starts with my family, with my daughter. I mentioned she's been at 3 different high schools. For my job and just moving around, that's what coaches do. But when I think back at it, I mean, I just think everything happens for a reason. And I've learned so much, and I really, really am blessed to be able to use what I've learned. Now, it's time.
Relationships was the big part of your speech, and building relationships with your players. Just how important is it to establish that right away when you walk into a program like this?
Oh, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. Again, if these women do not understand that I care about them deeply, they're not going to hear a word I say. It's going to go through one ear and out the other. So I really want to establish that, and that's with trust. You don't trust somebody if you don't really know them. So that's really my foundation is built on trust and relationships.
You talked about how great of a cook you are. So what's at the top of your list when we're talking about what you cook?
All right, now I'm from Georgia, so you ready? Okay, so we've got the barbecue chicken and some collard greens, baked mac and cheese, candied yams. Oh yes, honey. So I think our dietitian's gonna be a little upset with me, but maybe here and there, but I do like to cook.
You can work it in there,
yes,
though,
so
right?
does Father Sicard. I learned that about him, yes. So we talked about food. It was good. He's amazing.
Well, Erin, good luck to you. Congratulations. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Sounds good.
Now we are hungry.
Yeah, welcome to both of them, though. New era in Providence, that's for sure.
Two really great leaders right there. Now we are going to send it over to meteorologist Skylar Spindler. We've been talking about it all morning. Bundle up today, right, Skylar?
Right, yeah, it's going to be, it's just windy. It's going to feel chilly just because the winds will be sticking around with us through much of the day today. So if you're heading out on the school bus, 7 a.m., 31 degrees. And then by the time you come home, we'll be at 41 degrees. It'll be sunny outside, but like I said, the winds will still be moving in. We'll see the wind speeds about 10 to up to 20 miles an hour through the day. Most of us right about 15 miles an hour, but if you're along the coastline, you'll see just some gustier winds and up to 20 miles an hour there. So really quick recap of what we're going to expect moving into the weekend. So today's nice and sunny, cooler. Tomorrow we warm up. We got the increasing clouds tomorrow moving in, and then we have some rain showers that's going to start to move in after about 6 p.m. Scattered showers. It gets heavier later on. We clear up in the overnight, and we get another round for Saturday morning. That's where we're going to pick up the most rainfall total, is between that 10 a.m. and say 1 p.m. on Saturday. So after that, it's just going to be scattered, isolated, start to shift on out of here. But here's a really quick look at that 7-day. So tomorrow, a little bit warmer, 50 degrees, winds return out of the south. Then for Saturday, breezy conditions. We'll see that southwest wind about 10 to 20 miles an hour, but we warm up, so 60s. So as we have that south wind, we keep on moving up. But when those winds shift in from the north, we got a front moving in, 47 degrees on Sunday, so windy on Sunday. And then by the time you start out on Monday, it looks like we're starting to move on up. We got some 50s, and then we roll into the 60s by midweek.
Skylar, thank you for that. Couple minutes shy of 6:30.
And we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Introducing Astapro Allergy. Now available without a prescription. Astapro is the first and only 24-hour steroid-free spray. While Flonase takes hours, Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. So you can Astapro and go.
The wait is over. FanDuel Sportsbook's now live in Massachusetts.
America's #1 sportsbook is here.
FanDuel makes it so easy to get started.
You can bet on all your favorite teams.
All your favorite sports. Even all your favorite golfers.
Plus, you can play any way you want.
Everything from live bets to same-game parlay.
And you can get paid instantly. That's like the whole point of winning.
New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
I want to break free. I want to break free.
Hi, we're Cox Mobile, a new kind of mobile company that sees you for you, with plans that fit you based on the data you need, no matter who you are. Because we know the one thing you're not is everyone else. Cox Mobile. We're different because you're different.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
I started screening for colon cancer because of my late husband, Jay. I wish he could have seen our daughter Ellie get married on the best day of her life. But colon cancer took him from us, like it's taken so many others. That's why I've made it my mission to talk about getting screened and ask people to share their reasons why.
I screen for my growing family. Being with them means everything to me.
I screen for my girls. They're always surprising me.
I screen for my son. I'm his biggest fan.
If you're 45 or older and at average risk, it's time to screen. Today, there are more screening options than ever before, including Cologuard.
Cologuard is non-invasive and finds 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages. It's not for those at high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Everyone has a reason to screen for colon cancer. If you're 45 or older, get started at missiontoscreen.com.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. I'm Tara Lenizak.
And I'm Casey Cantz. Thanks for staying with us this morning, kicking off the 6:30 half hour with another check of that forecast. Skylar, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, you know, look, if you're heading out to the ballpark today, it is going to be 39 degrees as we head off with first pitch. And then by the 7th inning stretch, it will be 41 degrees. Look, it's going to be breezy today. We're going to see those winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour out of the northwest. So bundle up if you're heading out. So let's look at the futurecast for the temperatures for Boston. So if you're heading into Boston today, you're going to get into the 40s, like I said, by about close to 2 o'clock today. We'll be in those upper 30s, right at 40 degrees. And then by the time we get into the evening hours, if you plan on staying after, we cool down a little bit, 38 degrees by 7 o'clock. And then we just get into those low 30s as we head into the evening. All right, big picture setup. We had that cold front that moved through in the overnight hours. That's leaving us with those heavier winds for today. But we do have a high pressure system behind it. That's going to keep us clear and sunny for today until tomorrow. So Providence right now, 30 degrees. This is our lowest point of the day pretty much, but look at the winds, northwest 12 miles an hour, and then we'll have those gusts in Providence about up to 15 miles an hour. Heavier winds along the Cape. Temperatures around the area, you see it's 31 in Newport, 31 in Westerly, and 34 degrees in Falmouth. So get you through the day, 32 at 9 a.m. By the time we get into about 2 o'clock, we start to get into the 40s. And then we peak out at 42, right in between 3 and 5, only for like a quick hour because those winds just stay around 10 to 20 miles an hour. And then we do have some rain that's going to be moving in tomorrow. So if you have plans for tomorrow night, just grab the umbrella, have it handy. This is a more of a bigger resolution. So expect some scattered showers to start rolling in tomorrow night. And then the heaviest part will start to roll in on Saturday morning. So we get that break in the overnight of Friday night into Saturday. Saturday, we start getting some of those showers picking up, heaviest coming in, say, after 10 a.m. and before 2 p.m. is what we're looking at. So I'll have more details on your weekend planner here in just a moment.
What a great sound, right? Happy opening day.
Boom.
Yeah. Opening day is here, and although the weather may not exactly feel like it today, it is good to have another baseball season upon us.
And the Red Sox getting set for first pitch this afternoon and hoping to bounce back from a tough 2022 campaign with some new faces. Good Morning Providence reporter Yanni Trigueles joins us live from Fenway Park to get us ready for first pitch. Yanni.
Yeah, guys, well, starting to feel like baseball season out here at Fenway as the sun is starting to come up. I kind of wish I brought my mitt and a baseball, play some catch with our photographer Audrey in between the live shots this morning. But yeah, the Red Sox, they will be on the field. They will be playing some real baseball today as they get ready for opening day. 2:10 is the time for first pitch as they take on the Orioles in an AL East battle. And there are going to be some new faces both on the field and some new rules in play this year for the season. The biggest one of them that everyone seems to be talking about in the offseason and throughout spring training, the pitch clock that's going to be put into effect. And League Commissioner Rob Manfred, speaking to Good Morning America in a sit-down interview, he said that pitch clock is going to bring a lot of change to the game as well as speeding it up, keeping fans more engaged.
It's still a game with no clock in the sense that the end of the game isn't determined by any timing. The game ends naturally, just like it always has, and I see the pitch timer as sort of a small change to move things along. Nothing stays in exactly the same form, and the fact of the matter is the game had evolved naturally, it had changed dramatically, and it got to the point where it was important to intervene and make sure that we were putting the best product on the field.
And those new rules that the commissioner was talking about that are in place this year, and some new faces for the Red Sox, like we were saying. Three big ones coming in this year. The Sox signing Justin Turner from the Dodgers, Masataka Yoshida coming to Boston all the way from Japan, and two-time Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber. He's the one getting the nod today on opening day. 2:10 first pitch against the Orioles. Again, like we've been saying all morning, it's going to be chilly, so make sure if you are getting tickets to this game to bundle up and stay warm while you're out here at Fenway. We're live at Fenway Park. Yanni Trigels, ABC 6 News.
Looking forward to today. Yanni, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Moving now to an ABC 6 News follow-up. And prayers are coming in from around the world this morning for Pope Francis, who was hospitalized with a respiratory infection. The 86-year-old pontiff had complained of some trouble breathing in recent days and went to the hospital for medical tests, where he will remain for now.
And over at the White House, President Biden telling reporters he's concerned, sending his well wishes to the Pope. ABC's M. Nguyen has the latest from Washington.
Overnight, Pope Francis hospitalized in Rome with a lung infection. The Vatican saying the 86-year-old had complained of respiratory difficulties and that the infection will require several days of appropriate hospital medical treatment. Just hours earlier, the Pope was seen smiling and kissing babies during his weekly audience. The health concerns perhaps more serious because as a young man, he had part of a lung removed after suffering pneumonia.
His age, prior lung conditions, and the lungs being involved in the infection, all of that should be taken seriously. And the fact that he's in a hospital for the appropriate supportive care that he needs is going to give him the best odds of pulling through.
Pope Francis has faced other health challenges. He now relies on a cane and wheelchair after a knee injury and has dealt with a colon condition after intestinal surgery in 2021. The faithful praying for him. I love him, I adore him, this woman says. We want Pope Francis to get better. And President Biden, a devout Catholic, wishing him the best.
The Pope is ill now, so say an extra prayer for him.
The Vatican saying the Pope is touched by the many messages received and expresses his gratitude for the closeness and prayer. At the White House, President Biden called the Pope a good friend, saying he's concerned for his health. It's unclear for now if the Pope will attend any services for this upcoming Holy Week, which starts with Palm Sunday this weekend, then Easter a week later. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
And other headlines this morning, new this morning. Easton police investigating a serious motorcycle crash. Police posting on Facebook last night saying it happened at the intersection of Turnpike and Foundry Streets. It's where routes 138 and 106 intersect. Police only saying for now that it's a serious crash involving a motorcycle. Traffic was delayed several hours last night while police investigated. An ABC 6 News update now. Providence Mayor Brett Smiley and RIPTA announcing additional police officers will be patrolling Kennedy Plaza. RIPTA CEO recently saying Providence has increased its patrols during rush hour. That's now expanding. Scott Avedian saying RIPTA will use $100,000 that was going to private security to cover the cost of the additional police officers at Kennedy Plaza.
And residents over in the Bay State can say cheers for another year, with Governor Healy extending the cocktails to go law. Since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, 18 states and the District of Columbia have enacted laws to permanently allow cocktails to go. 14 others, including Massachusetts, have enacted laws that allow cocktails to go temporarily. And under this legislation, mixed drinks sold with takeout or delivery food orders must be in sealed containers and placed in the trunk or non-passenger compartments of the car.
And we're going to look live outside again right now. Beautiful start, at least in terms of a sunrise. Temperatures not so much. Dealing with some wind out there this morning. Skylar, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. It's going to feel chilly today because we do have those winds breezy through the day out of the northwest. So here's a look at our weather headlines. So today is opening day. So if you plan on heading out to Fenway, make sure you bundle up if you're going to be outdoors for an extended period of time, just because those winds will feel like they're going to cut through you. So it will be cool and breezy through the evening hours. And then we do have some rain that's going to move in for Friday night. So satellite and radar over the last couple hours, we had that cold front that pushed through very quickly. We caught caught some little showers out of it. There was the snow in the upper levels of the atmosphere, but nothing made it to the ground here. So surface map setup, you see that cold front move through our area, high pressure system sitting behind it. That's going to keep the sunshine in play for today. So that's some good news, but we just don't warm up too much. So temperatures right now are 30 degrees in Providence, 29 degrees in Smithfield, and we're at 33 degrees in Boston this morning. All right, get you on the school bus. So at 7 a.m., 31 degrees. And then by the time you come home today, it'll be 41 degrees. So we're going to be a little bit below average today. But here's a look at the futurecast winds through today. So mostly 10 to 20 miles an hour around the area, a little bit heavier and gustier along the coast. So if you're along the Cape, you'll see those winds gusting up to 20 and 25 miles an hour this afternoon. But they do taper off. But here's the thing, it's really going to feel cold outside. So it's going to feel like it's 26 degrees in Providence at 10 a.m. If you're heading up to Boston, it's going to feel like it's 20 degrees. So when you're heading out to the ballpark, you can see at 5 o'clock today, it's going to feel like it's 28 degrees in Boston. So like I said, just bundle up today. Most of us will feel like it's in the 30s. We don't really warm up too much. We only hit our peak temperature of the day around 3, 4 o'clock. So we're only going to get to that 42 mark for about an hour. But the wind chills is really what's going to make the difference here as we go into the overnight. All right, we have rain headed into this forecast. I'm going to give you those details here in just a few moments.
Right now, happening now. 2 U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopters crashing in Kentucky overnight, resulting in several deaths there. This happened while crew members were flying during a routine training mission just north of the Kentucky-Tennessee border. The helicopters were with the 101st Airborne Division, which confirmed on Twitter that there are several casualties, but did not give an exact number. Authorities say the choppers crashed in a rural wooded area and no residential areas were affected.
And it's 6:41.
And we have more still to come this morning on Good Morning Providence, including hundreds of people gathering at a vigil in Nashville last night to mourn the 6 people killed in that shooting at a private Christian school there. What police are saying this morning about their investigation.
And how Breeze Airways says its new hub at T.F. Green Airport will help create jobs and new traveling options in the Ocean State. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6. Stay with us.
You Bet Your Life, weekdays at 4:30 on ABC 6.
Guys, are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we now have a major medical breakthrough. Our wave technology is clinically shown to open up and repair blood vessels, treating the root cause problem of ED. No pills and no side effects. If you are ready to regain your love life, call us now and you'll get the ultrasound and assessment totally free. Also, a gift that can produce rapid results. You're gonna love that. And today, Thursday only, tune-up treatments are included. This means that if you notice results fading in the future, we will retreat you free of charge, and that's good for calls today, Thursday only. Guys, it's time to get your love life back.
Put a stop to your ED. Call today, Thursday, March 30th, and you'll qualify for the exam, assessment, ultrasound, and special gift free, plus 5 tune-up treatments at no charge. This $800 value is free to those who call today only, Thursday, March 30th. Call Green Valley Medical Clinic at 401-414-9999. This offer ends today.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Nice.
Sweet.
Go big or go home.
What'd you say?
What's up?
Right now, you could save up to $1,100 with affordable 3.99% financing on most four-wheel drive Tacoma models. And every Tacoma comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Lift your lashes to the next level.
L'Oreal Paris presents new telescopic lift mascara with our first ever double hook brush to get real lift, more volume, up to 5 millimeters more visible length. New telescopic lift mascara by L'Oreal Paris.
We're worth it.
Why do dermatologists worldwide recommend La Roche-Posay? Effective skincare like La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer delivers double action to help repair skin's barrier and provide 48-hour hydration for healthy-looking skin. La Roche-Posay.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you'll find solutions from cozy to spacious. It's the April Fool's Sale. Get 27% off. No joke, that's 27% off. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Welcome back. Checking national headlines now, and that school shooting in Nashville, the city coming together to mourn the victims last night as new information this morning comes to light about that shooter.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
Hundreds of people gathered at last night's vigil in Nashville, mourning the 6 people killed in the shooting at a private Christian school. Singer Sheryl Crow, First Lady Joe Biden, and city leaders among those attending.
Just 2 days ago was our city's worst day. I so wish we did not need to be here.
We're learning more about the victims. Evelyn Dickhouse, Hallie Scruggs, and William Kinney, all 9 years old. Overnight, Dickhouse's family releasing this picture of Evelyn, saying they're overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support. Also killed, substitute teacher Cynthia Peak, custodian Mike Hill, and school headmaster Catherine Kuntz.
Smart, witty, funny, always with great advice.
Trisha Drake, a former colleague of Kuntz's, says their last email exchange was about active shooter training in school.
She was prepared. I'm sure they had run those drills.
It could have been 40, 50, 60 people killed, if not for the preparedness of her friend.
Police say the shooter, Audrey Hale, was carrying 2 assault-style rifles, a handgun, and significant ammunition, all bought legally. Meanwhile, tense moments on Capitol Hill.
They're all cowards!
New York Congressman Jamal Bowman, a former school principal, raising his voice to protest what he calls inaction from Republicans on gun violence issues. Republican Congressman Thomas Massey responding.
They're gutless! They're not here! I'm talking about gun violence!
You know, there's never been
I'm talking about gun violence!
in a school that allows teachers to carry.
Carry guns? You think more guns lead to more death?
Calm down.
Calm down, children are dying!
I know, I've got
9-year-old children!
House Democrats are pushing for an assault weapons ban and more background checks, but Republicans say the main issue here isn't guns, it's mental health. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Well, the cold front moved through in the overnight hours, and now it's leaving us with some breezy conditions throughout the day. So here's the satellite and radar over the last couple of hours. You can see how quickly that front moved through, and we caught a little bit, some sprinkles outside, but we did not get any snow. So here's a look at the surface map. So we saw that front move through the area. We have a high pressure system sitting behind here. That's going to keep us clear for the day. So we'll have a nice day, except for it's going to feel really cold because we just have some really hefty winds in play. So a lot of us looking at 10 to 15 and even 20 miles an hour as we get through the day. More of the heavier winds are going to be along the Cape, so you'll see those winds gusting 20 to 25 miles an hour through the day. But the good news is this starts to taper off as we get into the evening hours. It does feel cold as the winds move through. So it will feel like it's about 20 degrees in Providence. If you're heading up to Boston today, yes, it's going to feel like it's in the 20s and 30s. I don't even think the wind chill is going to make it get much out of the 30s. So if you're heading out for opening day today, just make sure you bundle up. Or if you're just going to be outdoors for an extended period of time, just make sure you have a couple of layers on, just because when the winds cut through, it's just going to feel really cold. So by 5 o'clock today, you can kind of see we feel like we're in the 30s. We'll be at about 40 degrees at that time, but just with the winds pushing through, it just makes it feel a lot colder than what it is. So this is going to be kind of the story through the evening hours with our wind chill feeling. So as we kind of get into this next one, well, maybe we won't. So anyway, so what we have here is those winds will start to move on out in the overnight hours. And then I'm going to have more details on this here in just a moment. I'll have your 7-day coming up here in a moment.
Moving now to some consumer news this morning. Breeze Airways will now have a hub of operations at TF Green Airport. The company has promised to fill 250 jobs over time in Rhode Island. Currently, 50 of those jobs are filled. Typically, flight crews live near a company's base of operations, and it's used to allow maintenance checks and repairs on all planes. There will be a 5-year period of growth for the base, eventually expanding to 20 total routes.
There is no direct service from here to the West Coast. From here to Florida, there's a couple, but we do serve markets that are underserved or not even served at all, so perfect place for us.
And, you know, the move comes at a good time. According to the U.S. Travel Association, you can expect to see a boom in travelers the next few months. Travel experts say over half of Americans plan to travel soon. Pushing towards 7 a.m., back with a look at your news on the go.
This morning, nothing says spring on GMA like some epic deals and steals.
Talk about a spring fling.
Cozy must-haves for home, 50% off or more.
I got the big smile on my face right now.
You do?
And then tomorrow, the one and only Brooke Shields, live on
Good Morning America.
Call the Car Wreck Pro at 1-800-LAW-1222. I'm attorney Rob Levine, the heavy hitter.
Showing how you feel. It's been a while. Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and smile.
How powerful is Cox Internet?
Beginning simulation.
So powerful that one day you'll be able to simulate a real game against some of the best basketball players in the world. From your driveway. Cox Internet. With multi-gig speeds coming soon, it's internet built for tomorrow, today.
Oh, hey, buddy, let's eat naturally. Natural recipes, great taste is guaranteed.
Natural recipes. Beneful. Eat happy. Try new Incredibites. Just for small dogs.
Here at Superior Comfort, they treat you like family.
Superior Comfort Inc., a trusted family-owned business with years of experience in cooling, heating, and cleaning the air you breathe.
If you need ductless units, geothermal, electronic systems, standard air conditionings, we work on all of it.
An on-site custom metal fabrication shop gives Superior Comfort a step up, along with their top-notch training and customer service.
And I've had quite a few customers where it's more than me getting a 5-star review. They actually saw all your effort.
Superior Comfort Inc.
There's a reason why we're superior and we do things the right way.
Friday's estimated Mega Millions jackpot is $355 million. Make sure to add Megaplier to increase your non-jackpot prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly.
First look at today's top local stories. Watch ABC 6 News first at 4.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
Welcome back. There's a new push to establish another no-fly list at airports, this time for unruly passengers after a spike in bad behavior on planes in recent months.
Several flight attendants traveled to Washington yesterday to share their horror stories and demand change. ABC's M. Wen has more from Washington.
Oh my God. This morning, a bipartisan push in Congress to get unruly and violent passengers off commercial flights for good.
Violence has to stop.
A new bill would create a national no-fly list for passengers that are fined or convicted for assaulting crew members on a flight.
Acts of violence are outlandish and unacceptable at any time. They're especially outlandish and unacceptable at 30,000 feet inside a closed airline cabin.
The FAA reported 831 unruly passenger incidents in 2022, up from 146 in 2019. Flight attendants